Sandy with Needs a Ribbon, and I wanted to share something that our album retreat that we had in April, May this year from Stampin' Up. This is the second album retreat, virtual album retreat that I participated in, and I just wanted to share what all it's about and what all is included. It is still available. It is on the last chance now, but you still have access to that group forever. It is a Facebook group, which gives you the videos and all that good stuff. So when you get your kit, you get this nice little flyer that takes you right to the YouTube or the Facebook group. And then they'll give you a list of other supplies that you need. There will always be ink that you need, a few coloring tools that you will need. And again, need is I'll put that in quotes. It's not a necessity, but it will help make the project more successful, I guess, is one way to say it, or to complete your assignment as they have it. So obviously they don't, adhesives you're going to need some blocks, just some other miscellaneous stuff. They'll give you a list of that. And then they give you all your instructions. This is just the basic instructions. And then they give you the inserts for the stamp sets that are a part of this, because there's always stamping involved. And I will show you those momentarily, but they give you the nice inserts so you can put them in the case when you get them. And here we have an alphabet that is the outline and the solid, and they use them interchangeably or both throughout the album retreat. And then we have our lovely colored suggestion, or our colored, I said suggested, lovely color instructions. And I don't know if I took I have several copies here. Some I have notes on, some I don't, but they're really actually pretty easy to follow along. So that is also what you get as part of the album retreat. You get a fair amount of stuff. I don't know why there is a long hair in here. I'll show you the pages in just a moment. I just want to show some of the other things that came with. So it comes with a lot of punch outs, pre-printed pieces, and all of that, but there's always extra. And so this is one of the things that I wanted to share with you, is some of the extra. So these extra pieces, there was a scalloped outline we used, but there is no reason you can't take this and use this on the edge of a card, another scrapbook. These pieces are fantastic. Or you could use them as a stencil and like brush on a scallop. Lots of extra edges with these large scallops. These extra pieces I've seen on the group. And again, if you join, you will see a lot of people have been having fun with those. These hexagon punch outs, and they were just the extra from the way it was printed. Some extra paper. Again, so many things that you can do. And I still am hoping to really soon. So again, a fair amount of extra paper. So stay tuned on what I might do with that. What I might do with that. And I didn't end up using, it says Project 3. The printed stuff, it will always say on the back what project it's from, which makes it great. And like this has nothing. This was just extra. Again, because it has no name. Nothing. Doesn't belong to anything. Project 5, I didn't end up using that. That's okay. We're going somewhere with that. More extra, again, because it doesn't say what project. It was just an extra piece that you could do something with. And here, I mean, I really feel that this is a fantastic value. You get 2 of our new white gel pens. These are so fun. Oh my gosh, these are so fun. I've been having fun with that. And we got 4 stamp sets. And again, I showed you the insert that you can put with this, because this isn't to full size. The insert is to full size, the cut and stick in here. And I still haven't done that because I wanted to show you how this all comes. So this is one of the stamp sets. Again, some great elements. And if you notice, the happiness is here, 1 and 2. The 1 is the outline, and then the 2 is the solid. So these pair up, these pair up, this pairs up, this pairs up, the star pairs up, the heart pairs up. You can do some fun things with the smile that might be in there. And then you have some great just little accent pieces, a little date marker, because it is a scrapbook. And then we have our outline, alphabet 2 and 1. I don't know why they have the outline is 1 and 2, and then this is 2 and 1. This is the outline, this is a solid. I probably would have changed that to the 1, and this is the 2, that's the fill-in. A lot of great things were done with that. We get extra photo placeholders, our flippy flaps. I think we got a whole package. Yes, I believe we got a whole package of 12 of our flippy flaps. We get one of the Golden Glow shimmer brushes. If you have not played with these, you are missing out. Let's see if I have some paper handy. Hold please. I used to. I don't know, because I've just recently redone things. I don't, okay, we'll just use the back of this. But the Golden Glow, check that out. And when you're, I've posted about this, when you are using, I really like the Golden Glow one especially, or the Barely Blush one, which is currently on back order. It doesn't really add much yellow to your project, but it adds a beautiful shimmer. And it's probably not going to pick up well on camera, but it does add a subtle shimmer. Anyway, a lot of fun stuff with the album retreat with that. We got embellishments, of which we use very little. These are the Moody Palette Glossy Dots in, I don't see the colors there. That Secret Sea, I think it was Garden Green, Cloud Cover, and White. Yeah, it doesn't say on here. It says it on the ad, but okay. These were great. Linen thread, a whole roll. Great. Linen thread is always handy. And then we have our album retreat. It did not, I believe it did not come with the sleeves this time. We had to provide our own. That was a change from the previous album retreat, and I know why, because some people use post-bound and some people use ring-bound albums, and people were getting upset because, well, I prefer the ring-bound or I prefer the post-bound. So I get it. So this is the 2-page layout. Hopefully it all, page 1, page 2, and it came with this great pre-done, and then we have a pull-out, and this is a flip. Why is there hair? Oh, my grandcats were there when I was doing this. I have that upside down. It doesn't matter. It's just a photo placeholder. Again, that's just photo placeholders. But we've got a flippy flap, and then you can write some notes and a photo underneath. You could even add more flippy flaps if you want. That's what they call them, flippy flaps. So, and then we've got this great pull out. Well, it was pulling out. Oh, it's this. Like a library card. I made a little boo-boo. It's okay. Doesn't matter. And here's page 2, I believe. And again, these are meant to be put in any order that you want. Let's take a look at, hopefully it's all on camera. Wow, that one's heavy. So that's, and so we have this one we can add, and we have pullouts. Nope, these are just, that's the pullout. And it pulls, I boofed up my star, but that's okay. I can move that. and that should be able to pull out. That was my bad. This is just a fake pull out. It's just spliced. I want to add a string. That the instructions didn't do that, but there's a place where you can tuck stuff too. So that's page 1, and then this is page 2 of that. So we've got photos and some little decorative elements. We could add a photo in there. So more of our flippy flap work. And that's supposed to go over the photo, but I don't have a photo in there yet. And then lift. And we could even do some more there. Again, another place. This one pulls out because I didn't put a star over it because that was smarter. And I obviously didn't make it big enough. Okay, that's okay. We'll come back to that too. The next one uses some of our new colors. The beautiful hydrangea hue. Let's take a look at, I believe this is page 1 and page 2. How beautiful is that spread? How absolutely beautiful that spread is. So let's take a look at page 1. And this makes 10 2-page layouts, I believe. So we have that with more flippy flappies to add more photos or journaling or whatever your needs are. These beautiful flower groupings. This was all pre-done. These white ones were stamped on and then watercolored, and they had some great tips for how to make that beautiful. Again, more flippy flappies. Isn't that beautiful? I just... Again, so this is a 2-pager also. This one was really fun. So that's the 2-page. And you notice how that lines up? Yep, that's true. I did stamp like that. This edge was with a pencil. That was one thing we had to have, was if we wanted watercolor pencil, there's lots of, you could use a marker or whatever. It just, the watercolor pencil makes it a little more subtle. So these I'll then flip up to add more photos, smaller photos. But I mean, what a fun, beautiful, I love the layering of all the pennant flags in this one. And just that, making a beautiful life. That is a giant stamp that came with it. And again, these are just, they're on with one glue dot, so they shift around, and that's okay. And here's some more journaling you can include. And again, just love, and they've got some great tips for how to make that a successful page. These things get slippery as they come along. Okay, so our next one, and again, these are not meant to be a month. The first album retreat they did all 12 months, 2 pages for each month. And this time it's a little more freeform, and I can see how they kind of pair together too. So this is the one where we have all those extra of these kind of pieces, and people have done some really cool things from these, where these punched out and this. And so this is page 1. It's like, look at both. Let's look at the layout. And page 2, again, we don't care that my placeholder, photo placeholder, that's what they're called. I didn't have to attach them. I could have just left them blank. I just thought it's easier to kind of see what the page might look like completed, so it'd be easier to take a look at. And yes, I've been playing with ink, so I tried to wash it off. I'm a little bit smurfy right now. I apologize for that, but this was a really fun page to do. Page layout. And again, these did line up at one point, but I kind of rotated my pages, and it's okay. Nobody's going to know. Once you put it in an album, it's the part like that, it looks like they kind of go. We're good. I rotated my page along the way, and I knew that. So the funny thing is, this is actually 2 papers, and this top one had the cutouts. So that is actually the solid paper underneath. I don't want to peel my page apart. And then it had these openings, and then we layered the blue ones over that were stamped. what a cool idea. And that's something that you could do. Well, you couldn't really do it with your dies because our machine only takes up to 6. If you have a 12-inch wide die cutting machine, you could do it with that. I don't recommend getting one because they're just so unwieldy and heavy. But and then some places for journaling. And then we have this one, another really pretty one. I'm not big on flowers, but gosh, the flower pages in this were just so pretty. And the colors, I think that's it more than anything. It's the colors. So we have this. You see how that paper kind of lines up? And those are just, that was a sticker die or a sticker pre-cut thing. These. And then we just chopped them up. We didn't use a whole one. We just chopped them up. Why give space to that what's underneath when it's not even going to show? It also helps lighten your page a little bit by reducing a little bit of that weight and bulk. And this was a die cut or a pre-cut paper piece, kind of a die cut. And then again, you can see the white gel pen, how we just made those pop, and it just really kind of pulls the page together. We have this one, and yeah, that was just a little happiness sticking out from there. And our little date thing. It was a really fun, oh, this one was fun. We've got some, they all were honestly some great, and that's the thing that I took away from this, and that I don't want to spoil it, but I can see turning some of these into cards. We'll just go with that. This is the next 2-page layout. And again, we don't do them in order. They do them in a grouping over 2 or 3 days based on how long the videos take, because some of them are shorter and some of them are longer. This was a slightly longer one. And getting that all lined up, they had a lot of great tips for getting that all beautifully lined up. That was a pre-cut piece. We had some stamping on some white pieces that were pre-cut. Currently loving, and I didn't, you notice I didn't put any adhesive there, so it can just lay over the photo that I'll add later. Little pull out, my top 10. And this was kind of a top 10. That was the whole theme of this, was the top 10, and I can see top 10. God, we had a great discussion, and again, if you join, you will see. There was a great discussion on top 10s. What top 10 would you put in here? Movies, vacation spots. Vacation was kind of a theme. Camping, hiking, all kinds of things. Great top 10 ideas. And more pullouts and more photos and stuff. You could even add something on the back and cover up that project 7. More pullouts. Again, that I love the old library tag look. And then this pulls out and you can add some photos, journaling, whatever you want. Again, this was that was actually a fun, took a little bit more time to get everything lined up. I think that was the biggest thing. Once you got things lined up, it went together really fast from what I remember. Okay, this page. So let's take a look at the next 2-page layout. I think we're on number 8. I had a goober, don't worry about it. Nobody can see it. I had a couple bad stamping. We're not going to worry about that. We're not here to criticize. My stamp slipped. It does happen. I could come in and put a sticker or some of my extra elements over that, but we're not going to worry about that. So this is the next 2-pager. This right here, this heart was so much fun on how they built that and how easy it would be to put together. My heart, these were pre-cut pieces. No stamping. These were white that we stamped on, pre-cut pieces. The stitching was a stamp that is in your that is the Stampin' Happiness is here 1. We made the stitching so cute to make that faux quilted look. And again, the same thing. And again, it doesn't always line up, but you know what? When you're actually sewing, is it always perfect? No, it's not. So again, really, 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 just honestly some great, every time I do these, I feel they're worth it because I learn new tips, tricks, ways to use my stamps. all kinds of things. I just genuinely, and I enjoy the camaraderie because the chat, oh my gosh, the chat is that's what a lot of us say. That's the whole reason we keep coming back, is the group chat during it. I screwed up that one. So here's our next, this is page, or group 9, 2-page layout. And here's page 1. This was a pre-cut piece. We didn't have to do anything. It just punched out. And it had the number on the back. Punch out pre-printed piece, punch out pre-printed pieces. You could even turn these into flip flaps. If you wanted to add more photos, you could add more photos here. Lots of ways that you can customize these pages. They're just, and then we have the page 2 of it, which had some really fun flip, and then some great journaling, which you could keep hidden, and more, and then a date and all this. What a great, this would be great for summer. Stay golden. And then our final one. Okay, because this is hydrangea hue, that might be why I liked it. It's kind of my colors. Hydrangea hue and kind of a calypso coral, flirty flamingo. Yeah, those might be my jam. My jam and my jelly. So you see how we stamped them together? So when it sits like this, they look like they're continuous. And this one, you have 6. Again, you could turn these. We have 3x3. We got 4x4. 4x4? Yeah, 4x4 flip-flaps. We have, Stampin' Up! Does sell 3x3 flip-flaps. You could turn these into flip-flaps if you wanted. They're really cheap. Buy a pack of them if you really need to include more photos. These were pre-cut pieces, and we did some white gel pen work, and I just kind of went nuts. We used that stitched stamp, the like sewing stitch stamp, to do some fun work there. Another one of the stamps, so we did some fun work. This was using this round one, but stamp without re-inking. That's what I did. They had some other, again, do what you want. And that's how I did it, was heavily ink it and do a little twist. I found that was great. Do a little twist, then stamp again, and then stamp again. So again, people that haven't done that for a while, here's page 2. We can write, and again, there's some flip flaps if you needed to add some more spaces for more photos and all of that. And anyway, I just really hope that you've enjoyed this short tour of, God, that paper. I want to see the, I think a lot of us were asking for this paper to be printed and that it could, excuse me, purchased. Some of the papers in this kit were truly unique, beautiful, all the words. But they are unique to this this kit only, like this. This is a whole sheet that we cut down. Well, maybe there might have been some other stuff. It's interesting how it comes. The next album retreat, which probably won't be for quite a while, I should share how the paper comes and how we have to cut it down. I did not, because I kind of waited until the last minute to do my prep. There is some prep that you have to do. Now this paper will be really cool. Can we just, Stampin' Up, are you listening? Can you get us some of these papers or these edgy things? It'll be great. Thanks. Okay, thanks. Bye. No. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of the virtual album retreat from spring 2026. And again, I had such a great time, and I actually stayed on task and finished basically when they did. There might have been 5 more minutes, but I actually was able to stay on task pretty good. I think all of us were this time. The first one, I had some problems, and I did eventually catch up, but it felt a little more rushed than this one did. And the camaraderie and all of that, the discussions were just a blast. So anyway, that is the tour of the 2026 April 29th and April 30th. Okay, so it was 2 days. I don't even remember. It would seem like so long ago, and it seems like just yesterday too. It was a great time. I hope you consider getting it. Again, it's on the last chance list. You can still join the groups. The videos will be up there for at least a few years, I think they said. The group chat, all of that. It's so much fun. What a great summer activity for you. You know, you can join, you get your kit, and then you can join in the other stuff later. I did it live again, but the live part is ended, of course. But again, you can still get the feel, and I know there's still stuff, activity. I'm seeing people who bought it in the spring and were not, for work reasons or whatever, that maybe they're on vacation, whatever, weren't able to join us live, are still getting through the album retreat because they are now pre-recorded videos. Since I did it live, there was no pause, but because they are now pre-recorded, you can pause and come back to it, you know, maybe only at 15 minutes at a time, do 15 minutes, come back, and all of that. Give it a try. I highly recommend you give one of our album or virtual retreats a try. We'll have another one, a card one, I believe, coming up again soon. And thanks for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the album retreat, and we'll see you on the next one. This has been Sandy with needsaribbon.com.